Getting your foot in the door for your first real job can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces, especially now when so many job listings seem to expect you to be both young and wildly experienced at the same time. It's frustrating, I know. You scroll through job boards for hours, send out resumes to places you barely remember applying to, and all you hear back is silence. But what if I told you the job hunt isn't broken? We've just been taught the wrong way to play the game. The truth is, most people start by doing what seems logical. They apply everywhere, thinking that more applications mean better chances. But what usually happens? Burnout, discouragement, and confusion. The problem isn't you, it's the strategy. The modern job market doesn't reward effort alone, it rewards intention. Companies aren't looking for the best candidate on paper. They're searching for someone who actually understands their problems and shows up as a solution. So let's flip the script. Before sending out another application, you need to get clear on what makes you worth hiring. This starts with understanding your strengths, not from a place of ego but from a place of value. Think about it. What do people naturally come to you for? Are you the one who always organizes your friend group's trips? Do you find creative ways to explain difficult topics? Those are real skills. And when you learn how to frame them right, they open doors. Now that you've started thinking differently about your value, it's time to put that into action. And it all begins with clarity. Grab a notebook or open your phone and try this simple breakdown. Write down 3 things you're good at. Don't filter yourself, whether it's solving problems under pressure, writing clearly, or staying calm when things get messy, name it. Then, for each one, think of how it could help a company, not in a vague way, but specific. Could your organization skills help streamline a chaotic work environment? Could your people skills help improve customer satisfaction? That's what hiring managers want to see. Not just what you can do, but what you can bring. Next, find a real story to back it up. You don't need a fancy job title to prove your value. Maybe you helped a local charity redesign their event flyers or led your college group through a last-minute crisis. Whatever the story is, the point is to connect your ability to real impact. When you speak in stories instead of just bullet points, you become more memorable, both on paper and in conversation. And that brings us to your resume. It's not supposed to be a life summary, it's a highlight reel. Use words that match what employers are looking for. Focus on results, not just duties. Be specific, be relevant, and above all, be yourself. Before we keep going, I want to ask you something. Not the usual like and subscribe. If this is making you rethink how you're approaching your job search, take a moment now to pause and comment. I'm rewriting my story. It'll help others see they're not alone, and remind you that this is a process worth doing together. You've done the inner work. You know what you bring to the table. But none of that matters if no one sees it. This is where most job seekers get stuck, not because they're unqualified, but because they're invisible. Job boards are crowded. Algorithms are ruthless, and while applying online can work, it's not where the best opportunities live. They live in conversations, in relationships, and in the quiet mentions you'll never see listed publicly. Start simple. Talk to people you already know. You don't need to beg for a job. Just say, "Hey, I'm exploring opportunities in this area. Do you know anyone I should talk to?" You'd be surprised how often a cousin, classmate, or former teammate opens the first door. But if your circle is small or you're starting fresh, tools like LinkedIn can be powerful, if used with care. Don't send cold messages that sound robotic. Instead, reference something specific about the person, a post they made, a project they worked on, and just ask for a brief chat. People love sharing their stories, and those chats often turn into referrals without you even asking. And let's not ignore AI. Tools like ChatGPT aren't just hype, they're assistants you can actually use. Want help rewriting your resume for a specific job? Want to practice interview questions out loud? Want a second opinion on your cover letter tone? It's like having a career coach in your pocket. Just remember, it's still your story. Let AI enhance your message, not replace your voice. Now, if you've been here with me up to this point, I want to know, what part of this process is the hardest for you? Pause here and drop a comment. Let's start building a thread of support where real struggles turn into shared solutions. So, let's step back for a second. Finding a job isn't just about filling out applications or crafting the perfect resume. It's about claiming ownership over your future. It's about choosing to show up with clarity, confidence, and a willingness to grow, even when you're not sure where the path leads. You don't need 10 years of experience or a fancy degree to be valuable. You just need to be willing to build, learn, and connect with others along the way. Interviews aren't about proving you're flawless. They're about showing that you care, that you took time to understand the company, that you ask thoughtful questions, that you're already thinking about how to contribute. And once the interview ends, your role isn't over. A simple thank you message, a follow-up note. These small things speak volumes. They say, I don't just want a job, I care about doing things right. But here's the thing no one tells you. There is no perfect path. Some people will land a job on their first try. Others will take detours through freelancing, remote gigs, or personal projects. Some might even discover they want to build something of their own, and all of those roads are valid. What matters is not how fast you get there, but how intentional you are with each step. So wherever you are on this journey, whether you're feeling lost, hopeful, frustrated, or inspired, I want you to know that you're not alone. And if something in this video helped you see things differently, I'd love to hear it. Share your story in the comments. What have you been struggling with? What have you learned about yourself? Someone else might read your words and find the courage to keep going. This isn't just a video, it's a conversation, and your voice matters.